Welcome everyone. Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Let's do a Tuesday live build, huh? How does that sound? I think it sounds great. Check in, let me know if you can hear and see me just fine. Also, let me know where you are watching from on this wonderful Sunday. We're going to be doing Traxxas TRX-4 Sport Kit build. And not just any regular run-of-the-mill TRX-4 Sport. We're giving this one away. I am building it. I'm putting a ton of upgrades into it. I haven't made some decisions yet, but this will be given away. Including a lot of things that you see right here in front of you. The kit, of course. These new RC four-wheel drive all-terrain BF Goodrich KO2s in the 4.75 size. I'm also going to toss in these SSD beadlocks with some nice hardware on there. So those are included as well. Bauhaus RC, we're putting a new printed skid on the bottom of this truck. It's the low CG, better clearance, better everything skid, so that's going to be included as well. Traxxas TRX-4 stainless steel hardware kit, so every kit or every screw on the kit will be replaced with stainless hardware. Fast eddy bearing kit for the TRX-4. This is the sealed kit, so not cheap. Too many mics. Okay, 1 second. Yeah. Sorry. I think we're okay now. That's probably better. Apologies, but thanks for letting me know. So we've got, let me just recap there. Bauhaus RC skid, Traxxas TRX-4 stainless steel hardware kit, fast eddy bearings. We'll add some weight to those front portals as well. Those are also from still an echo? Impossible. I think it's probably fixed now. Better but glitchy. No. Now it's choppy. Unbelievable. Okay, stand by. How about now? Is this better? All right. I'm going to restart. Give me 1 second, guys. We'll be back in a sec. All right. Hopefully that's better. Yeah. Nothing I can do beyond that. I think I've fixed everything. So, yeah. Let's see how this goes. Let me know if you're reading me loud and clear now. Hopefully this is better, way better. Okay, great, perfect. Excellent. All right, back to normal. Let's recap this one more time. First of all, Traxxas TRX-4 Sport Kit. We are doing a giveaway with this truck. I'm going to build it. And then we're adding a whole bunch of upgrades, including a Bauhaus RC. This is a new printed skid that they offer. It's in a very robust material, so not to worry on breaking that. Fast eddy bearing kit is also going in this truck. All of the bearings you could possibly need. The TRX-4 stainless steel hardware kit. Some front weights for those portal axles. I'm also going to include RC four-wheel drive KO2 BF Goodrich tires. These are the 4.75 inch variety. And I'm also going to include the SSD wheels, which are pretty rad as well. Those are already built because I don't like building wheels. Actually, I like building wheels a lot more than I like building links and shocks. And thankfully, if you've ever built a TRX-4 Sport before, those links are done and the shocks are ready to go too. You just got to fill them with oil. So pretty amazing. A lot of people are asking, how do I win this truck? Well, I don't know yet. I haven't gotten that far. It'll be something like what Josh is doing with his 50K build-off or 50K giveaway. I'm approaching 50K as well. And it'll probably be something that we kind of, I organize to do for 50K as well. But my truck will be done at 50K. Also, additionally, I'm not going to do anything with the body that comes with this truck. I do like it. I think it's a nice looking body, but I'm going to go a different direction with it and do something custom and make sure that whoever wins this truck gets something sort of Scale Builders Guild related. So let's crack the box and start pulling out some stuff. I'll probably also add a light bar to it as well and a lighting kit from Traxxas as well, just to kind of sweeten the pot a little bit. And I'll also be doing inner fenders because, as you know, the Sport doesn't come with inner fenders. So I kind of want to, give it inner fenders. So let's get into it. And if you missed the first portion where it was all crackly and staticky and everything, check in and let me know where you're watching from. I always get a kick out of seeing where people are watching from. So yeah, that would be awesome. I'm sure most people have seen a TRX-4 Sport before, so this is not going to be anything new for most of you. But I did want to... What to do if your model breaks? Oh, this thing's junk. Whose signature is that? Lots of people checking in from all over the place. I'm just moving my monitor around a little bit so I can see you a little bit better. There we go. All right. Hi, Wes. Checking in from the bathroom, huh? Well, I can't tell you what to do or what not to do. So one thing that's really great about the TRX-4 and any of the kits from Traxxas, not many kits out there, all the assembly hardware comes pre-Loctited or Loctoted. Loctied. Which is really great. They really do a nice job of packaging their assembly kits, and also the instructions are really phenomenal. Full color instruction book, which is fantastic. Okay, so start with the transmission bag, which I'm going to find in here. That's not it. There it is. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but my back is killing me. I spent all of Friday night watching Josh's live stream and playing in an online poker tournament with some friends from my work. And I think sitting in the chair that whole time really hurt me badly. So, of course, it comes with bearings, as you can see. But we're not going to use those. We're gonna replace all the bearings with the Fast Eddy bearing kit. All right. Also, no parts trees, so nothing to clip off. Everything just comes pre-done, ready to go, which is amazing. Hey, that's fine, Chad. I'm sure that football is an important thing as well. I'm not much of a sporting fan. Hey, Stabby Josh, thank you very much for the $5. Living room couch, trying to avoid taking a nap, so entertain me. Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? All right, let's make sure we get all the bearings correct, first of all. I'm probably going to need to make some room here, so we're going to take all of this stuff off the table for now. We'll replace it as we get to it. Hopefully I won't forget. If you see things that I'm forgetting, remind me. And I'll be sure to check on the chat every once in a while. If there isn't a Gladiator reference in one of my videos, Brandon, I'm doing something wrong. All right. My first two bearings are in properly, well seated. It's really an excellent manual. I gotta show you this again. So if you see here, not only does it show you like a top-down view, but it also shows you a side view, so you know where things are going. This is, honestly, this is really a really great manual and meant for anyone from a beginner to a seasoned, top-rated amateur like myself. Let's turn on a few more lights here. There we go. That's helpful. Maybe lower our exposure a little bit. There. That's a bit better. All right. Oh, I think some more donations rolling through. Mr. HS, $10 and a very nice level up sticker. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. There will not be any brass. Who said that? Joe Wood. Sorry, I don't think I'll be adding brass. Wait, are these parts brass? Yes, the Traxxas weights are brass. So we'll add those just to the front, though, just to plant it a little bit more for whomever ends up getting it. All right, back to work. Stop mucking about, Matt. You got things to do here. You got trucks to build, chats to pay attention to. And we're inserting more bearings. So let's keep doing that. I hope everyone's having a good Sunday. I've had a decent weekend. Yesterday I didn't do anything, which was really nice. Just sort of sat around and enjoyed kind of just chilling, which is always good. All right, so there's that step done. Let's open up some bags here. And I'm going to have to get the hardware kit going here, which is always a shaky, annoying noise, but good to have those handy. Hey, Crawling Fin, thanks for the €5. Build it without the manual. I don't think I'm qualified yet to do that. I could probably do it with an axial kit, but I've only built... I think I've only done a TRX-4 Sport 3 times. This might be the 4th, actually. So, you know, I don't think I'm quite there yet. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I haven't really determined how I'm going to be giving this away yet. But once I do, I'll be sure to post all of that information for you. Trust me, I'm a professional. And I hope Josh is watching, because I do hope to get mine given away before he's finished his build. The really great thing about the TRX-4 Sport is that I really haven't found there to be any... Oh, I'm already putting that in the wrong hole. I'm already putting that in the wrong hole. Waiting. Yeah, Westmade. I write technical procedures for a living, so I feel like a hypocrite if I don't read the instructions. Yeah, it's important. You got to read the instructions. No matter how many times you do it, it's always good to have them handy, just in case. And I'm also going to do a very responsible job of keeping things clean as we go. At least I'm going to do my best to do that. All right, so that's built. And then we need another output shaft and another 2.9.8, 2x9x8 spacer, and then a single speed gear, which I believe is this one. The other great thing about their diagrams, because they're in color, is the profiles and everything. Like you can look at this gear, and then you can look at the manual, and it's exactly the same diagram. It's the same picture. So they do make it really super easy, which is fantastic. And we put the long output spacer on this piece. And then that's done, because this is a single speed transmission, so they won't be requiring any of the bits and pieces to make it a 2-speed. Thank you very much, Dale C, for the $5. Very kind of you. As it was stated by others, I just got yelled at by the wife because the dishes just came to a crawl. She can always tell when you or Josh are streaming. I apologize to your wife as well, Dale. But rest assured, this is a fairly straight-ahead build, so you'll be back to those dishes in no time. I hope, anyway, for your sake. We're already on page 8. Okay, so let's take a look here. What piece do we need here? We need, oops. I believe it's the top part of this piece. And then our longer input assembly goes there. Like that. And then our single speed assembly goes in this, what? I'm doing it wrong. There we go. I think maybe this one needs to go in first. Isaac Jarrett, thanks for the $5, man. Much appreciated. My favorite builds are TRX-4 and my favorite RC YouTuber. Right on. Everyone else must have been too busy today. I get a real kick out of doing these live builds. Some of them go better than others. This one seems to be going okay so far. I'm not going to use the included grease. I've got my giant tube of lithium grease that I'm going to use here. Yeah, Darwin, invest in a dishwasher, then you can wash and watch. I think Dale is the dishwasher. So I just use this, I got a big tube of white lithium grease I bought. It's always good to buy this stuff in bulk. And let's put some, come on! Let's put some grease on this here. I'm not a big fan of over-lubing. I know a lot of people like to just pack it in there. But my trucks don't... I know this isn't going to be my truck, but my trucks usually don't get super dirty. I don't beat on them very much, so a little bit goes a long way, in my opinion. 2,000 harps. If you're here for the comedy, you're in the wrong place. This isn't going to be funny. This is serious business. No, it's going to be fun. I always have to make sure that I'm keeping these things in like room so you can see me actually doing the assembly. There we go. Make sure that spins freely. Always kind of check your thingies. Check your things so everything spins nice. So far, so good on that. 2.5 by 8. Now this is the fun part. Going through and finding all the right bolts in the screw set here. Hey Dave SA, thanks for the $5. Enjoy all the entertaining content. Looking forward to more on the Gladiator. Yes, I am looking forward to sharing more on the Gladiator with you. As I'm allowed to pull that content out, it will come out. The video is edited, ready to go. Just waiting on approvals. So, yeah. Sorry for the delay in that. But it's coming, I promise. Where's the shift shaft plug? Here it is. Oh, your awesome wife bought you a Gladiator for Christmas. That's super cool. She is awesome. That's great. All right. So we're going to need 5 of these guys. 2.5 by 8. I've chosen the wrong ones. These are 2.5 by 10. Come on, Matt. Get with the program. Where are you? Oh, maybe this kit... No. There's an 8mm one. I was just going to say, maybe this kit is only for the actual chassis, but no. That would be silly. These are all 8mm. So what projects are people working on right now? Post in the comments while I hunt for these screws that I'm looking for. There's probably only 5 in here. Bet you they're really like good on the numbers, good on the counting. Speaking of hardware, Josh sent me a box of new hardware. Like all of the hardware. You need hardware? I've got it now. There isn't any more anywhere else. I have it all. Traxxas TRX working on merch for your channel. That sounds cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm also, for the sake of convenience, using the Traxxas tips in my Dewalt here because they're excellent and they fit. I'm also going to make sure I don't have it over torqued because stripping plastic sucks. Garrett's adding some updates to his element. Cool. This is my favorite noise. I also, because I'm super smart, charged this up before today. Because without it, this build would take forever. 1, 2, 3. Four. Where's the 5th one go? 5. All right. Rocking and rolling. Nice and smooth. Let's get the cover out here. 5x11. Some more of these guys. 1. Also prepping for 1,000 subs. All right. Congratulations. 2, 3. 1, 2. Quack RC, hey buddy. Thanks for the $5. Hey man, pretty excited to watch this build. I am working on my SCX-10-2 builder's kit and practicing on the Betty. Interesting filming in SCX-24. Yes, it is. Being that it's such a smaller truck, it does require a little more effort to film properly. Sorry, I almost forgot about the plug. This little doodad goes in there to prevent debris from getting inside the shifting case and mechanism. So there you go. Seals that right up. Okay, all the bearings have been installed in the transfer case now. On to this step where we have to insert a pin into there. Tight fit. That's what she said. Did anybody get that that's what she said earlier that I did? I hope so. I mean, that's the only reason I do these. So I can get a that's what she said in. We just got back from taking the dog out for a nice long walk. Got myself a sandwich on the way. Brilliant. Okay. Apply a drop of grease. All right. I will. Alex12634. I'm going to order that Prusa today. Yes, I am finally biting the bullet and ordering myself a ordering myself a new printer because I want one, and my TiVo is sort of on its last legs. So rather than wait until it just decides to stop working altogether, which I think is going to be soon, I'm just gonna get a new one. Don't forget these washers. They are very small, but they are necessary for proper engaging of these transfer case gears. All right. Yeah, Prusa 2 Mini. Oh, yes, Alex. It's a great choice. I considered getting the Mark III Mini, which I think is something they're still kind of like, they're getting going. They haven't actually released it yet. It's sort of like a pre-order. But the lead time is 12 weeks, and I need more space than it affords. So I'm going to get the full-on Mark III i3. Thank you, Walter. Much appreciated. And that's the final gear for the transfer case. What a compact little unit. Right? Good job, Traxxas. Now we can put the cover on, which has a little, like it'll only go in one way, which is good. There we go. And what size do we need? More 2.5 by 8s. All right. Yes, Richie's RC, I do have the 6x6 steam-powered Jeep. It's just behind me right there. Right. Oops. Right. Come on. There. Yeah, I don't run it very often because, steam power. But when I do run it, it's thoroughly enjoyable to watch. It's a real head turner. And definitely one of my more favorite builds that I've done over the years. It's not very practical. I think we can all agree that steam power isn't practical at all, but it's just a blast to watch. I love filming it too. I think Traxxas should do more kits, if I'm honest. Like, you can get the TRX-4 Sport, you can get the TRX-4 that has all the, locking diffs and all the stuff that I'm not a fan of. There we go. I'm actually going to, I'm going to loosen these just a touch. Because over-torquing will lead to binding. And these things don't need to be super heavily torqued. It's not like there's a lot of demands on this transmission. Hi, Jerry's old guy. What's my opinion on the Gladiators shocks? I changed the oil and they seem very weak. What oil did you change it to? I usually go up in weight as opposed to down. I run 60 weight in most of my trucks. Oh, there we go. Nice and smooth. Okay, perfect. So that's done. Transmission bag. Let's do the slipper. There is a slipper clutch eliminator kit, and I used it in the TRX-6 when I was doing the speed runs because I wanted that to remain as locked as possible. But I'm going to leave the slipper on in this one. I'll leave it up to the winner to decide how they want it to go, whether they want it to be locked or unlocked. We're going to keep all the gearing stock as well, because stock, again, I'm going to leave it up to the new owner to make their decision how they want to run it. But that locking kit is it works really well. It's super easy to do, and I had really good success with that. So something to keep in mind if that's something that you're into. Love kits, and they don't do enough of them. You're right, Spencer. You can get this kit. You can get the full-on Traxxas TRX-4 kit. You can also get, I think, is it the Rustler or the Stampede? Stampede you can get a kit in. And that's it. That's all they offer, which doesn't seem like a lot, in my opinion. All right. Then there are all these little spring washers. And they are of like a concave or convex combination. And this is, I guess, instead of Traxxas using a spring, they're just using these. So make sure when you're assembling them, they go in the proper order. It's like you're creating two, how to describe this? Two Frisbees, basically. Yeah. That's the full-on engineering term for it, I believe. Frisbees. Hound Stuff, thanks for the $3, my friend. Thanks very much. Much appreciated. Thanks for watching, everybody. All right, so they suggest you put a 2mm hex wrench, which I just so happen to have right here, and use a T-wrench, which I do not have handy, but I do have my new... Is this the right one? This is it. Here we go. Do have my new Traxxas or Vanquish tool set. I've now got all the tools. So they just suggest you put that in there on the output, and this to tighten it up. We're going to get it pretty tight there. Smush down those springs and flush, and there we go. Lots of people watching, 360 people. That's fantastic. Josh Thompson, it's just a generic white lithium grease from MG Chemicals. The tube is all mashed up, but just, you know, premium quality, will not harden. That's what she said. All right, so transmission complete and ready to go. Now, what are we going to do with all this black oxide hardware? Put it in the box with it? No, don't put it in the box with the stainless hardware. I'll just put it in my random M3 hardware. All right. Alex, do you think getting the filament runout sensor for the Mini would be worth it? Well, because it's Mini, I don't think so. Like, I mean, if it's a Mini printer, you're not going to be going through so much filament and be far enough away from it or be building things so big that you would run out of filament. That's just my take on it, though. You do whatever you feel is right. But yeah, I mean, if that's not how it comes, I probably wouldn't spend the extra on it. All right, going out of frame to get more parts. What bag are we opening now? Differential spool. Spool bag. I like how they break it down. Like, we're just building spools here, okay, guys? Why white lithium over marine? Trash Can Ninja? Well, I don't have any marine grease. And from what I understand it, marine grease's viscosity is a little bit higher, and I don't think I really need it. I'm not going to sink this truck or drive it at the bottom of a lake. And I mean, if somebody wants to go in and tear it all apart and replace that grease, that's their prerogative. But I mainly use white lithium just because that's what I've been using forever. Works just fine for me. Your mileage may vary. You're allowed to have different things. All right. Some differential spools, some ring gears, and some pre-Loctited hardware. This is one of the great things about the Traxxas kits, as you can see there, all of it has Loctite on the ends of it. Really nice that they do that. And in fact, even the stainless hardware kit has the same stuff, which is really, really cool. Although, that hardware doesn't seem to be a part of this kit. Nope, it's not. So we're going to have to use that hardware. Interesting. Wonder if that's an oversight or... Oh, no, wait. I mean, they have it. It's just not Loctited. So... no, nothing, Alex, nothing wrong with the Traxxas provided grease. I like using this big tube with the balloon on it. I like using this big tube better because it's easier for me to navigate with my giant hands. All right, let's build some lockers. Differential spool, ring gear. Locks together nicely. This is a nice feature of these two parts, is that it keys right in there. So there's no way for you to get it wrong. And it's a nice strong mesh too. I think because I don't think this is the same set of screws. So you know what? I am going to go with the ones that are pre-Loctite-id. Like Loctite. We'll just go with the ones that have Loctite on them. Definitely make sure you don't over tighten these, because stripping one of these or cracking it is really bad. They also provide a handy little diagram here for the order in which you should apply them, just so you get a nice firm, equal distant kind of grip on it. Jake, I haven't decided yet on how I'm going to give it away. But it'll be you know, like a enter here, random winner. Someone else will take care of that. I'm still investigating that. Hi, Master. Sorry, I'm sure you are delivering excellent comedic relief, and I'm not even paying attention. I'm so sorry. It's not that I'm not paying attention. It's that these comments are rolling in so quickly. I'm doing the best I can here. Again, using all Fast Eddie bearings. I'm using their sealed bearing kit. Just because I want to, okay? And it's an upgrade. So, you know, you're getting more, better, good stuff when you win this in the end. There's our bearings installed on the first one. Let's do another one. Like I said, nice locking, keying in there. Oh, I forgot that the printers come with gummy bears. I will have to remember that. Hi, Cameron. I have seen the WPL. I'm not a big fan of that brand, but it's just because I don't have. I guess there's a lot of upgrades required, mostly. Hi, Vidjo. Just thought you'd check in while you had a sec. I hope you're enjoying Moab out there in the beautiful hills of Moab. Beep boop beep. All right, second locker done. Install differential plug. We need the rear axle bag now. Rear axle bag. What am I going to do with all these extra bearings that I have? Hi, Moose Jaw. Use a digital voice program to read aloud the comments. Oof, no thank you. Is Fast Eddie as good as DSM? I don't know. I don't have any DSM bearings, so I can't tell you there. Lots of screws, more bearings. Was that Tim? Did Tim say something about an axle portal delete kit? No, I don't think we'll be doing that. Not on this one, anyway. I'll leave that up to the new owner. Gotta give... I'm a strong believer in starting out stock and then upgrading, which is the complete antithesis to what I'll be doing with the Traxxas Haas. That is going to get a full suite of upgrades before it goes out. And there's a reason for that, but I'm not going to talk about that yet. I'll talk about that once we get to that video series, which is coming up soon. Portal stacking. Now that sounds interesting. I want portals on the portals. So, you got to find this little tiny piece of plastic that they give you, and that is the shifting mechanism plug, and that just goes in there. Wait, it goes in from the back, goes in from the inside, like that, and then you can use a driver or whatever to stick it through, and then you put an E-clip on it. And if I'm not mistaken, this might be the only E-clip in this build. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure that's the only one. At least I hope it is. Alright. Should probably do that properly instead of trying to put it on with my finger. Oh, he's such a pain. Take bets on if it flies off and into the room somewhere, or my eyeball. Okay, good. All right. Step next. Need a 5x11, which is sort of your standard bearing that gets used quite frequently, and a 6x13x5, and like any good manual, all the diagrams that are in the manual are to scale for the parts that you use, which is good because that one's wrong. There we go. That's also wrong. It's probably that one. Nope. Am I going crazy? No. There it is. Ha. Hardly Designs. Well, now that you're here, I probably can be funnier. Making fun of you is easy. I'm turning into Chris Hardwick. Turning into, more like always have been. Isn't that a meme? Always has been. Applying grease to our ring and pinion now. Pinion gear. Harley, how are you today? Josh, were you outside doing things? Enjoy your American football, Wes. Bye-bye. And that drops right into place. Easy peasy. Nice and smooth. Boy, could this be any easier? Two by 2.5 by 16 sounds like these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you know E-clips are directional? What? What you talking about? Oh, I guess, yeah, maybe. Maybe they are. Now, they don't say anything about doing this directionally or like in a certain order, but I do like to do them one from the bottom, one from the top, and then back and back. Kind of just getting rolling. What time is it there? Oh, it is Sunday. Maybe you and Nicole had a crazy date night. Easy peasy. Don't forget the greasy. Ouch! That went right through my finger. Stamp side versus rounded. Yes. That's sort of what I assumed he was getting at. Scale truck crazy. Yes, I do live in Canada. I am Canadian. All right. Make sure that still spins freely, which it does. Excellent. All right, let's put on some of the ends for this truck thing. What do we got here? Sorry, I'm running this camera, this one, off of a battery pack because the power adapter that I have for it isn't long enough to reach to the PC now because I've changed around the room a little bit. The PC used to be on that side of me. Now it's on this side of me. I kind of tucked it away in the corner to make room for the 3D printer, because the 3D printer is now in this room, which is good, because that's where I wanted it to be. So yeah, so hopefully it's going to have enough juice. I think it should. Plus, I also have another battery pack here if I need it. Another nice feature to this Traxxas kit, all these parts are labeled left and right. So it's nearly impossible, provided you've got your orientation of your part correct, to mess this up. I will find a way. 2.5 by 10, which are these guys. 3 of those on this side. 3 of these on this side. No politics at all, please, guys. Let's just not talk about that stuff here. This is tiny trucks, okay? Let's keep it tiny trucks. Oh, silly me. That was the right one. Have we got snow yet? We had some. I did the Traxxas UDR snow run video, and then nothing since then. It's been kind of disappointing because I literally yesterday was like, I gotta get the SBR 2.0 out for a snow run. And wouldn't you know it, Kitris RC, whom you should be following on YouTube if you're not already, he did an incredible SBR 2.0 snow video, like blew me away. His stuff is amazing and a must subscribe. You must subscribe to him. Alex, I feel like you could be a mod here. Yeah. Let me click some buttons here in a second for you. Mike, I run Adobe Premiere. That's what I work on professionally. That's what I work on as a top-rated amateur. And it's what I would recommend as well. If you are just new to it, though, you know, don't splurge on the whole expense of it, because it isn't not a cheap program by any means. So yeah, I would definitely I would recommend that big time. 4 by 10, 6 by 12, eh? Oh, that's probably this guy. And then there's a 6 by 13 as well. Could there be any more bearing sizes? This is not an expensive kit, little baby. Not at all. 4 by 10 goes into this part up here. Sorry, guys, I'm not doing a good job of keeping this all on camera. I'll work harder at that. Then this bearing goes in here. Let's zoom this camera in a little bit, actually. There. That's better. Oh yeah, where's Alex here? Let's get Alex on the mod train. Added. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate you. I like that Moose John knows where the best poutine is. All right, where are we at here? Where's my other bearing? There we go. I feel like we're going to need to do that again, because I don't show that twice. But the assumption is, oh, there it is. They do show. You do make it twice. Sorry, guys. A little bit congested there. But I'm okay now. All right. UDR is, yeah, would be a lot more fun with paddles, but they were sold out when I was getting started on that project. When I did that video, I couldn't find one anywhere, a set of paddles, so I went out without them. The SBR without paddles should be more than fine. All right, we are building some portals, some portal boxes. Gonna need a few of these, a couple of these, some of this, these, that, this, those, and those eventually. All right. So we're starting with the output, which is this one. And need this. Where are my pins? One pin there. Little Davey, no, it does not come with any electronics. I will be adding electronics in the future. We're just doing the actual kit build today. I'm thinking I'll put a Hobby Wing Fusion in this to make it super easy for whoever wins it to have pretty much everything you need to get started right away. You will obviously need to furnish your own radio. I won't be providing that, but at least with the Fusion, you get a good brushless motor, nice low end, and an ESC built right in, which is a pretty nice little feature. I did sort of a loose review on it when I did the review of the G-Made Buffalo. I think it's great. I really liked it. There are some weird kinks to the whole FOC system, but overall, I think it's a pretty good value. Just greasing these up. Sorry, greasing these up. There you go. I'm going to do the other one because it says ×2. Make sure your pins are seated properly. There we go. Oops. I'm going to zoom back out. This isn't not wide enough. There. That's better. I might actually even change my positioning a little bit. There we go. 1800 has more torque. I think it probably just has less wheel speed. I don't know about torque. Hey Matt, whatever happened to the TRX-6? TRX-6 is back together. I have to do a follow-up video on that still, and I haven't done it yet. But I promise that I will soon. Because Josh is prepping to do another speed run with his. Mine's gone back to being a crawler, where I honestly feel the most comfortable anyway. But yeah, it's a good truck. I like mine a lot. All right, sorry, paying attention here for a moment. Is that right? Yes, that is right. Okay. And are these labeled too? I can't remember if these are specific to one side or not. I think they're not. Anyway, that all goes together like that. Check that everything spins freely. Bearing on the back. Output on the front. Bunch of 2.5 by 10s. Dig, dig, dig. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Davey, they don't have a... they do have a kit that has all the electronics, but it's the more complicated TRX-4 that has the locking and unlocking diffs and 2-speed transmission. But not the Sport. If you want all the electronics, I would honestly, I'd just buy them separately. You'll get better quality stuff than what comes in the kit. Trust me on that. Any brands that sell a pre-cut body for short course truck? I can't help you there, Andrew. Sorry. Not much of a short course guy. Just put your order through for the Prusa. That's great. Congratulations, Alex. Hope you enjoy it. Is that the same Alex that I've been talking to about Prusas on Instagram? I'm going to say probably. No problem, Davey. Good luck on your purchase. This is probably the slowest part of the build. How long will it be when I finish this? Like this particular, like just the build of the kit, I'll probably be done another 2 hours at the most, I imagine. Maybe less. Casey, this is the Dewalt 8 volt, where is it? 8 volt max gyroscopic hand drill. It's amazing. Easily one of the best RC purchases I've ever made. So that's one done. Let's pop the other one together real quick here. Make sure everything spins freely before you assemble. Then we got to do this for the front axle too. I quit. Imagine I just gave it away like this. Here you go. Enjoy putting it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the difference between the Vanquish Pro and the Ultra? Well, aside from portal axles on the Ultra, there are a few other minor details that are different. I believe the motor mount plate in the Ultra is plastic versus metal in the Pro. And I think that's it. Just portal axles and a few details with inside the transmission. Oh, I think the support posts are also plastic instead of metal. The lube tubes affecting your OCD. Agreed, rattled me. The portal assembly isn't the greatest thing in the whole world, but the fact that Traxxas provides all the links and shocks pre-built, I'll see that as a win for assembly. And no parts trees helps as well. And no weird hardware all over the place. It's all packaged per each step in the instructions, so that's really good. All right, those are both done. Spinning very freely. Ultra also has the shorter shocks. Thanks, Alex. I knew there was something else. Okay, left axle drive shaft is the short one. So we're going to put that in there. Get it to sit properly in the locker. Then we're going to toss on the portal box. We'll get it to line up. What I'm going to do is just sort of line up the pin in the shaft there and then line it up on the portal as well. And slide that into place. Boom. Another 2.5 by 16. These are a lot of 2.5 size hardware. There we go. And then that portal box will be on. Oops. Joe, I printed out... How many parts did I print out? I think I did 6, I think, for the Gladiator. Spinning freely. That's always something to check as you go. Nice and smooth on that one. Okay, same thing on the other side. Hi, Ricardo. How are you? Get that into place. What tips do I like? Right now, I'm using the Traxxas tips. Let me show you here. Hang on. Who disliked this stream? This is the Traxxas kit that I use. It has all the sizes of driver. There's an 8mm for your nuts as well. But lots of good tips on that one. Even comes with some of the rounded ones, so you can get it on an angle if you need to. But I use those tips in the Dewalt right now. I used to use the Reefs ones, but honestly I've used them so much that I pretty much wore them out. I built a lot of stuff. Not gonna lie. All right, still spinning very freely. There's your rear axle all done. Put that over there for now. And, well, actually, I guess we can sort of finish it up here and put the hexes on the end. Now, these did come pre-Loctited. I'm glad that I could make you laugh, Ryan. I'm not sure what I said, but I'm sure it was hilarious. I've already forgotten. Put it out of my mind. For your nuts. All right. That was pretty funny. I hope Josh is still listening. Oh, wait. These go the backwards way. So one thing to note when you're assembling this, see that tab or ring on the end, on the outside of your hex? That goes on the inside to keep your axle in position, or your axle shaft in position. And it probably means it goes in a lot easier too. So I'm going to fix it on the other side. I put it on backwards. Hi, Chris. Welcome from the Netherlands. Little Davey, with the kit without electric items, how much do you think it would cost adding all the parts to make it run after the $300 the kit costs? It depends on the quality of the parts or electronics you use. I figure like $100 for a really good servo and another $150 for a good ESC and motor combo. So like you'd be in for $350 maybe, give or take. All right, there. That's actually officially done now. Straight on view, just in case you weren't sure what it was supposed to look like. All right. Front axle bag. Now, this is going to be basically a repeat, but that's okay. You can talk amongst yourselves. Hey, Highway to Hell, thanks for the $5. Australian moolah. $5 redues. Matt, do you have a go-to for repairing cracks in hard bodies? Oh, wow, Josh. Rude. Anyway, yes. If the hard body is made of ABS or polystyrene or styrene plastic, you can use styrene slurry That's what I tend to do. If it's a big crack, back it with a piece of styrene, like on the backside. On the backside. And then on the front where the crack exists, just fill that full of styrene slurry, which you use from styrene scraps and MEK in a sealable container that dissolves, and then you make a nice paste out of that. Fill that, let it dry for a couple of days, and you can sand it, and it's like there was nothing there. It's the best way to do it, in my opinion. And I've repaired a lot of hard bodies. How long did Traxxas tips last? I don't know. I've only been using them for a couple months, but so far so good. No complaints here. Now I need to find another E-clip. I love that Josh is like chirping me about live streams, where in most cases there's just a cat on his desk, or he's spilling or nearly spilling wine. And that's entertainment. My cats don't come in here very much, and when they do, they're annoying. Hey, Plukenstein. Would I rather use magnets to mount a hard body? No, I would not rather use magnets. I would definitely come up with some sort of under mount design. It's usually what I do. I like it better when I can sort of make sure that it's going to be mounted properly. A magnet, if it rolls and you hit it hard enough, those magnets are coming loose. I'll tell you that much. Oh. Guys, how did I forget that? I forgot to put the link mounts on. Idiot. You blew it! Who needs a soundboard? I just know all the soundboard clips. So, you know what, Alex? You're absolutely right. Suki and Nicole are the actual stars of Josh's streams. It's not Josh. Oh, Dog will show up. Doggo will be here for sure. He's probably having a big sleep because we took him for a big long walk just beforehand. Who doesn't love the sound of a driver? Am I right or am I right or am I right? Or am I right? Tim, I've made a couple of hinge mounts. Like I just 3D print them to sort of suit the chassis. So, chassis and body for that matter. In the case of the mounts for the 6x6 Cherokee that I'm doing, that actually got I used the 3D, or I used the hinge mount from the 6x6, the UMG 10 6x6 that came with it. So there are ways to do it. It's just a matter of sort of finding what works best for you. Sorry, I'm just finding bearings. Sorry, I was distracted for a moment. Josh might be playing raccoon poop videos. It's hard to say with him, really. I think it's almost time to crack a beer. Where am I building this? Why am I building this? I'm building this, one, to entertain people, two, to give it away. This is the money for this kit was graciously donated on Super Chat by Aaron from RC Sparks. He popped in kind of randomly one night and was like, have some money. And I was like, that's really kind of you. I'm going to put that money towards a kit that I'm going to build and then give away to somebody who could be watching right now. I haven't decided quite yet how I'm going to give that truck away or this truck away, but that's definitely something that is going to happen. You can bank on it. I'm putting a lot of upgrades and a lot of cool parts into this truck, with the intention of giving it to somebody who will be very happy to get it, I'm sure. Oh, like I said, one of the things I am doing, or not doing, I guess, is I'm not going to use the stock body that comes with this truck. Traxxas. They didn't include enough bolts. Oh, there we go. Hang on. I'm thinking for this one that rather than use the stock body, I'm going to try to see if I can get a Vanquish VS410 body to fit. Twofold. Do something different. Secondly, it looks cool. Third, has an interior. And interiors in trucks are always something that look good. Yeah, 2007 Harps. It's hard to forget that one. That was a pretty intense super chat. What was it like? It was like a $500 super chat, or $400. It was crazy. Hey, JD's RCs, that's great. I'm not an Amazon affiliate, but thanks for using my link anyway. I'm glad you got one. They are amazing. Definitely a worthwhile investment. So again, these are labeled. There is a tiny little R and a tiny little L. Makes it really easy to know which side these are supposed to go on. And they are keyed so they can only go in one direction. One direction. Now, what do we need here? More of these, 2.5 by 10s, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are like right on the money with the hardware in this kit so far. What do you guys think? Do you think that body choice is a good one? Do you think that I should just do the TRX-4 Sport body? Or do you like the idea of something a little more custom, a little more unique, and something with an interior? The Bomber interior isn't wide enough for this Sport body. So there's that to keep in mind. Welcome, Patrick. Thanks for checking in. Glad you're able to make it this time. Davey, I guess I could give that body away. I've got 2 other Sport bodies, so yeah, I'll definitely give away that with all the pieces too. Why not? It'll be a big box. Lots of junk in it. Thanks for checking in, Casey. Sorry you got to work on a Sunday, but you know what? Get that paper. All right, let's do some portal boxes. Let's do portal boxes. So we need 2 of those. Need 2 of these. And then 2 4x10s. All right, perfect. Spare Time Hobbies has a interior, eh? Interesting. I would like to see that. Somebody put a link in the chat so I can check that out. Please and thank you. Try to make the sport bed cage fit. Maybe. I'll strongly consider it. Something more Scale Builders Guild for sure. Yes, definitely. Whatever I do, it'll be SBG-ish. I even briefly thought of maybe, just maybe, but not probably, using the nice truck body. Because this is a nice body. Nice truck too. But I will keep that one for myself, I think, and paint up a new body. All right. Yes, Davey, Summit's definitely more of a monster truck. All right, front drive shafts. Where are all the bits for this guy? Dig through my hardware bag. I'm going to pull out all the relevant pieces here. Stand by. I don't need all of these because I've got the stainless kit, but I do need some of these bits and pieces. All these pins. All right, that should. Oop, there's another pin. That's probably got it. Goes back. Are you like Josh? Do you throw your hardware away, or do you keep it? I tend to keep it. I'm a bit of a pack rat when it comes to hardware. Oh, Alex, can you imagine if they did? I hope J Concepts sends Matt and Josh a Lloyd body just for how much they talk about it. I'm sure we're responsible for a lot of sales, because even though neither of us think it's a good-looking body, other people probably do, right? You know, it's just natural. Everyone's going to have an opinion. Not necessarily are they always going to match. So I bet you J Concepts is like thrilled that we've sent them so much stuff in regards to, or so much traffic in regards to the Lloyd. So I'm just assembling the front left and right drive shafts here. This is the output from the actual ring and pinion. So you have to put this pin through this, and then that's all held in place by the bearing. Just one of these big ass 12 by 18 by 4s. You know what, Cody? That's not a bad idea. Josh should just box everything up that he has. Oh. Ooh. Sorry, my back hurts today. I'm stiff. I'm old. My bones. All right. So, left gets the short drive shaft, and that just goes in like that. And then we need to put in some very tiny, tiny little screws. They're, what are they? 2.5 by 4 millimeter. We need 3 of those. Little Davey, how'd you get that good-looking thumbnail with the body on the thumbnail? I I don't think I understand. I know I'm not as old as most people, but man, sometimes I feel so old. Not gonna lie. This is one of those days. My plans for the Rubinaut, J. Kimbo. Well, I think some replacement parts showed up today for the things that I broke. When you stretch and your body sounds like a glow stick. I've never heard that before, but I love it. That's exactly what my body sounds like. I am one giant glow stick. Like the body that's on the picture of the live stream before you click it. I painted that body myself. I masked it up by hand, cut it all out myself, and painted it. You can see that body right here. Here, let me switch over to the big camera for a moment. Look at that. That's the body. This one has traveled all around the world now. I gave this one away a long time ago as part of the budget build-off series, and the person who won it was in South Africa. So I boxed it up and sent it to South Africa. And about 9 months later, it was back in my workshop because they never claimed it. It sat in customs and they just never took it. So it got sent back to me. The turd body. I think it's backwards. What do you think is backwards? Thanks for the $10, Roy. Matt, can we still expect the VS410 build in the near future? Yes. Happy to see this build, but I guess the votes from beggars for free stuff were higher. Well, there were more votes for the TRX-4 Sport. But yes, you can count on me doing a VS410 live build at some point in the future. I assure you that's going to happen. All right, long shaft in the right portal housing. So far, so good. Thank you very much, Roy. That's very much appreciated. Very kind of you. I will definitely be doing a VS410 build, and that one is for the Westmade body that's almost here. I was worried that it was going to get lost in transit, but it is almost in my hands, and I am so excited to do that build. I've got a lot of builds on the go, but some might have to take a back seat to that one because, man, oh man, is it going to be a good one. Ha, JD's, if I could get a Yaris body to fit, I'm still threatening to send Josh that kit so he has to build it on a Friday night so I can just chuckle the whole time. Mike Hansen, that Dewalt is the 8-volt max. It's actually listed in the description of this video. So if you want to grab one, use that link. I'm not an Amazon affiliate, but you can just get that one. I think the dog is coming in. Thanks. Come on in here. Come on in here. Say hello to all the people. Jump up here. Come on. Jump. 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 Yeah. You're a good boy. See, look at all the stuff up there. Oh, that's nice. You're a good dog. Ah, nuts. Oh, all right. Okay, go see mommy. Go.
I got you chips.
Oh, wow. All right. It's a banner day. I got a bag of chips. I can't wait to eat them. Even though I just had lunch. Yes, that is a big dog. He's a good-looking dog. I love that dog. He changed my life. My wife wore me down over the years. She's like, I want to get a dog. I was like, we're not getting no dog. And then we got a dog. But he's a rescue. He's a rescue from Arkansas, actually. He came all the way from Arkansas, all the way up to Canada. And he's the best dog in the whole world. We're not getting no dog. I remember saying that over and over again. I was like, nope, not happening. Little did I know. Wait a second, these are in backwards. It's okay. I think I can just do that. No, I can't. Arg! Whoever was saying that I put them in backwards, you were right. Luckily, what I can do now is tell everybody that I did it wrong. Not everything is, you know, when you're not paying attention, you're like reading through the chats and you're answering questions and then you're putting in bearings upside down. You know, it happens. What can you do? Not the end of the world. Like a 2-minute fix. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. It's like, yeah, no, that's fine. That's how that goes that way. How old is my dog? He's 3. When we got him, he was 2. So we've only had him for a year. No, actually longer than that. We got him in July of 2019. But man, when we got him, he was not the same dog. He was pretty malnourished. He needed a lot of meds to kind of get some, poor guy, he had some IBS that was not terrible, but not the best either. See, I did this one right. Just did this one wrong. But yeah, he's turned out to be a pretty fantastic animal. I love him. Good Yaris joke there, Joe. Sounds like a bunch of excuses. What kind of excuses again, Josh? Dog's name is Alexander. He's a fine southern gentleman. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. He's pretty chill. He gets really excited about squirrels still and the park and his chuck-it and meeting new people, but he's pretty quiet. He's a Labradoodle, so he's naturally just a good boy. Plukenstein, any other paints for Lexan that you would recommend for use in an airbrush other than Proline? Spaztics. Spaztics is good paint. Yeah, DB. I think Motorjoy. I think it was probably just related to him being in a shelter and being in a sort of an unfamiliar place. Otherwise, he's in great shape now. No problems whatsoever. Rebecca also brought me a beer. So I don't know if she's watching, but I appreciate you. Vallejo Premium for Lexan, eh? I've never tried that. Does it stick? Is there enough flexibility in it that it doesn't flake off? Hey Corey, thanks for checking in, buddy. Yeah, this is going to be a giveaway build. I I haven't really determined yet how I'm going to give it away, but it'll be around the 50K mark, which we are rapidly approaching. Subs are up lately, which I'm very appreciative of. Davey, the one that I'm building right now, the TRX-4 Sport kit, is the one I would recommend. No question. No, Joe, it's the same slogan, just different punctuation. So when it was, oh, what a feeling, now it's just, oh, what a feeling. So there's a comma after O. Spastics is made for piss ant. No, I'm not putting the Lloyd body on this. You can't make me either. Thanks for checking in from work, Peter. I'm sure your boss would be fine with you watching this. In addition to the dog, I have 2 cats as well. Francis, Dandy. They're good animals. They're pretty easy to get along with. They don't mind the dog either, which is great. Francis actually thinks the dog is the one who feeds her. Name that unfortunately I cannot pronounce because there are no Roman characters in it. This does not come with electronics. It is a kit only. Davey, I always recommend a kit over an RTR because the joy and knowledge that you gain from assembling a kit is always worth more in my mind. Sure, you pay a little bit more, but you get better quality electronics because you get to choose everything yourself. And there is a satisfaction that comes from building that goes unmatched, in my opinion. Okay, so portal assembly on the front. Oh, my back. My poor back. Almost done this. 3x12 button head. 1. Don't you love it when you've built enough and you've seen enough screws that you just go, yep, that's 12 millimeters. I love that feeling. 2 of these guys. We need the kingpin bushings. That slides into there. This goes in here. Again, don't overstrip these. You don't need to over tighten them either. Because it is plastic, or metal into plastic, so it's really not necessary to over torque that. Just enough to get it to be sort of flush. Luke Hedges, thanks for the 10 pounds, my man. Hello from Elgin. Here, have some poundage. Not going to be able to watch thus all live, so we'll research tomorrow. Take care. Thank you very much, Luke. Much appreciated. If you have any questions, if anybody has any questions for that matter, go ahead and post them in the chat or in the comments afterwards. If you're not watching this live, by all means, ask away. I try to answer as many of those comments as I can. Are we done yet? Let's be done now. Let's go drink those beers. Actually, once this is done, I've got to go assemble a monitor stand for Rebecca. She's at a standing desk now, and she needs a monitor that's taller up on the desk. Yeah, Ian, I once threw my back out really, really badly, lifting up some laundry I had dropped. So it can happen to anybody, really. So kingpin bushing goes into that hole there. Then your M3 by 12 goes in there to attach everything together. And just screw it in. I don't over torque them. Make sure there's plenty of give there, which there is, and everything's spinning freely. I spin freely. Ooh. It's this chair. It's this precious antique chair. All right. One nice upgrade that everyone should consider is this little piece here. This is the Panhard mount, which is also the rear link mount. There's an aluminum version of this, and you should definitely buy it. Just saying. It's a good investment. Oil the chair, maybe oil my back more like. Need a massage. Thanks for checking in, RC Fun every day. Now, what Harley designs, what Josh is building tonight, is one of those little hand cart lift thingies that I remember using when I worked at Staples. We used to race them there too. I think I'll build one of those, or I think I'll print it out at least. Note, threads. I bought the part you spoke about in brass. Excellent. Brass works too. Shouldn't be everywhere, but it has its place. Thanks for the £5, RC Fun every day. Is that the shipping fee for the wheels and tires I'm sending your way? Thanks very much. I appreciate that greatly. All right. This axle is pretty much done, and then I think we can get on to the real chassis construction, which is always exciting. Look at that. This pin's broken. You see that? Crazy. Chris Bowden, thanks for the €5. Much appreciated. Very kind of you. Feel free to ask a question with your super chat. Tracks to your sport, huh? Speaking of tracks, did you guys see that the Kyosho kit that has tracks? There, that axle's all done now too. I don't think they're going to ask us to do the links quite yet. Nope. Ah, now we're on to the good stuff. What are these bearings for? Must be for something. I can't remember what these giant bearings are for. Did I forget them somewhere along the way? No. Anyway, who cares? Let's crack a beer. Let's take a break. Yes, I got the mini Z tracks. I started building them the other day. Look at how tiny the tracks are. They're adorable. Look at these little guys. This is only 10. It's a track of 20, but I can imagine they're going to only be like that long. It's so cool. Anyway, I'm really excited about building those and getting them on the JL. Yes. This is a can of Ace Hill Mexican lager. 100 calories. Brewed right here in Toronto. Cheers. Oh. That's good. All right. We're on to chassis rails. I can zoom out the camera a little bit, yes. That's as far as you get to see. Nothing more to see here anyway. Yeah, Traxxas Electronics. I mean, some of their stuff is good. The XL gigantic thing that I used in the TRX-6 speedrun truck, that was fantastic. Those electronics are boss. The stuff that they put in their high performance stuff is great. I'm not a big fan of the XL3 or XL5 or whatever that ESC is, but everything else they put out is pretty good. Their upgraded servos are good too. I'm going to be using brand new rails this time, opposed to the rails from the TRX-6, which I think I have finally gotten rid of. I think I finally threw them out. They were bent to hell. All right, let's get on this here. I'm going to start with the right side. Ray C, 10 pounds. Thanks very much. Just outside London, UK. Watching with my rescue lab snoring beside me. Expecting a Mamba X from USA tomorrow to complete my first SCX-10-2 kit. Regular watcher, really enjoy. Thank you, Ray. Very much appreciated. SCX-10-2 is just such a great kit. I've had so much experience building it that one I could do without a manual, 100%. And it's a great one to start with too. So if that was your first trail kit assembler thing, I would argue there's no better place to start. And thanks very much for the donation. Very much appreciated. It's really keen. I love that companies have started to get away, or have gotten away, from parts trees. It really makes things so much easier to assemble and so much quicker. Like, it's just such a joy to put a kit together when you don't have to toss all that plastic in the garbage. My assumption is, and I hope that I'm right, that when they do that, they take all that plastic and just instantly recycle it back into making more parts. That would be the logical explanation. I really hope that that's true, because that means good stuff. All right. Make sure when you install your front bumper mount that you install it in this direction, with it tapering up, not down. Plugenstein, thanks for the $1.99. Where did I get the tracks for the Mini Z? Kyosho sent them to me. They are samples. Those are pre-release. But they should be out soon. Big Red Bitch, that's exactly what they do? Fantastic. That's great news. That really makes my day. Because it would be such a waste otherwise, right? That's good news, though. Thank you for confirming that with me. Hi, Danny. Yeah, Hobbywing Fusion could very well end up in this kit as well. Sean's RC Adventures. Yeah, there were a few extra goodies on the axial trees. But nobody else, I don't think. I don't think anybody else is doing that, or were doing that. I could be wrong. It's been known to happen. I'm telling you, man, not using any of this hardware is really increasing my hardware collection. Check this out. That's the bin I got from Josh. Double-sided. Every single size you could think of. All the way up to like 30 mil. Or 29, 30, yeah, 30 mil. It's a lot of hardware. I'm just waiting until the day that I drop it and it just explodes all over the floor and I've got like 1,000 pieces of hardware to pick up. You know it's going to happen. I am clumsy enough that is a possibility. Like, I'm not Josh and Nicole level clumsy, but I'm pretty clumsy. Right, left. See, this is another nice perk of the Traxxas kits, is that every part is labeled, so you can basically not screw this up. Front right. Right rear. It's amazing. We're doing front right, which goes there. And we need skids. RC Sparks will end up with the first set of tracks. No. I've got the first set of tracks. No, I've got them. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. 3x12. It's not a competition. If it was, he'd certainly be winning. Take care, Rhett. Go take care of your fish tank. Is that a euphemism for something? Or? Finger knife. Right here. Finger blade. Finger blade by Jax. Water change Sunday. All right. That's done. On to the next step. Davey, I'd recommend Reefs, Tekin. Who else do I like? Futaba, High Tech. Those are all good brands to start with. Oh, I almost forgot. Guys, you're supposed to remind me. Different skid. This is like a, ooh, wow. This is the V2 of the Bauhaus skid, which, let me get out the skid that comes with this. You can see the difference. It's a multi-piece, first of all, and it goes a little something like this, I believe. Yeah. This is the new one. And it's like a carbon-infused nylon print. This is off some crazy good printer. It's so strong. But it just, what it does is it smooths out the bottom, first of all. And it also lowers the battery tray, I believe. It just cleans everything up, makes it a much better performing truck. And that's a really nice piece. So whoever wins, wins big today. So we're going to assemble this in here somehow, some way. Get everything lined up here. There we go. 3x10. Any good upgrades to recommend? Asher Block, I've got you covered. Josh and I did a, was it 16 week or 18 week? It was a super long budget build. And I would highly recommend you watch that for upgrades, because we cover all of it. Another 10 mil. 16 weeks felt like 60. That went on forever. It was never ending. It felt like, oh man, honestly, it was intense. I'm not going to say I'm glad it was over, but I was glad when it was over. Holy hell. Another 3x12. Where are all my 12 mils? There's one. This is from Bauhaus RC. BauhausRC.com. Jeff X140. I don't remember what it's called. It's not listed on the back, but if you go into their website, you should be very easy. It should be very easy to find. Right rear, which I presume is that one. Yes. Corey, I haven't really come up with any firm solutions on how this is all going to work yet. But guaranteed I will make that as clear as humanly possible. Cool? Cool. Cheers. Okay, where are we at now? Rear cross members. So we don't need this skid, but I will include it because I don't need it. So I'll just pop that back in the box. Jesse Schultz reading the instructions is my favorite thing. I'm also cleaning as I go rather than making a big giant mess. Like someone we know. Rear view, make sure this is going in this way, tapered towards the bottom again. And what is that? 2 10 mils? They're all 10 mils. Oh, shoot. I just realized something. RC Fun Every Day, thanks for the £5 again. Now you can send them double express. Sorry, gotta run, can't stay. Watch the whole thing tomorrow. Thanks again. Thanks again to you. .3D printed bit holder on the Dewalt. No. That is just a regular everyday, what do they call this? 5mm chuck or whatever it is. That's just how it works. These are the Traxxas bits, and that just pops right in there. Yes, good point, Ian. Neither of us know if that site for giveaways actually works. We're probably going to do something very similar. I know Josh is watching, and I'm sure that he's very upset that he hasn't done that giveaway yet. Another thing that's great, Traxxas also, and I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but it also labels which way is front, so you can never screw that up either. They really thought about pretty much everything, which is pretty cool. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. Yeah, you know what? You'll get to that build. You'll get it done. And whoever gets it is going to be thrilled that they got a free truck. Patrick, no guarantees that this will be done before Josh's is done. What was I looking for? Yes. We should put inner fenders in it, right? Like, that would be like a real travesty if it didn't have them. Let's do it. If it feels good, do it. Yeah. Wait, why isn't that lining up? Is there a tower I'm forgetting about? No. So what does that tie into? I don't remember how these go. Inner fenders are a thing. It comes on the other trucks. It comes on the Bronco. Come on the Blazer. Comes on the Defender. But this is a kit. Yeah, you can buy this. You can buy this kit. No, this isn't the front one. These are the front ones. which I'll have to replace that front shock tower, but that's no big deal. Bleep, 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 bleep. Damper cross member. I think we put that in correctly. Oh, I'll add another bolt to that later. Yes. Let's go to the other side. Actually, probably slot this in. Yes. There we go. Magic. I think it's nice to have the inner fenders. I think it makes a big difference in the overall look of a truck. I wish they came with every kit, because they honestly, it makes such a big difference in the look and the aesthetics, and especially when you're taking like pictures and stuff. You want it to look like a real truck, and when you see electronics poking through the bottom, it doesn't, kind of ruins the whole feel for me. This frame is quite sturdy. Quite sturdy indeed. And the benefit of this assembly, when you use these inner fenders, it gives you a nice variety of shock angle mounting positions, so you can kind of change the performance a little bit just by changing the angle of your shocks. And who wouldn't want more performance? Am I going to put lights in the wheel wells? Maybe. We'll see. Depends on how far I want to take it. I might want to do that, yeah. I know My Trick RC makes a really excellent lighting kit for the TRX-4, so that's something we can certainly discuss. I'm doing this all out of order, because I like to challenge myself. Which thing goes there? Right, rear left, rear left. There we go. This will require a 12 mil. Yeah, Savox servos do chatter a lot. But the performance is fine. But Tikens are fantastic. I'm a big fan of the Tiken servos. We're humming along on this build too. I'm actually pretty surprised how quickly this one's going. Which is good. Lots of people watching. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We're building a TRX-4 Sport kit for a giveaway, which is always exciting. There are no rules for the giveaway yet. There's no timeline on the giveaway yet, but those things are coming. I promise. Take care, Asher. Thanks for checking in. Atomico, the Nationals aren't until March. There's a strong likelihood I still won't be able to go, just because of, you know, everything that's going on in the world. travel is very limited, and I don't feel like putting myself at any additional risk if I don't have to, or anybody else for that matter. So I'll probably be sitting that one out, unfortunately. Michael, no, I have never owned an RC boat. Ever. Oh, why is that not grabbing? We're just a little bit twisted on that skid. Yeah. One moment while I insert this. There we go. Alex, I loved Proline by the Fire. If that event happens and you have the means to go, I would highly recommend it. Great location, great people, great sponsors, great everything. I really thoroughly enjoyed that event. They put on a really good one. All right, just removing this front shock mount because we don't need it with the inner fenders. Everything is all in one unit. So this, I'm literally, I pulled these off another, wait a second. Yeah, that's right. Pulling these off another kit that I had. So we just reinstall those screws. Yeah, Josh, Proline by the Fire 2022. Because they decided they weren't doing it this year, right? Is that legit? Because they couldn't get a good location? I can't remember. Oh, my back. Yeah, I think this year's still going to be a bit of a random, maybe not happening kind of year. I think there's a lot of uncertainty out there, and I don't want to put too much stock in thinking things are going to happen when they're not. Okay, so there's basic chassis construction done with the inner fender kit, which looks so rad. It really just helps this truck a lot. Check your assembly carefully. Yep, looks pretty good. All right, on to transmission assembly. Such a tight little compact unit. When you're not using it as a 2-speed trans, there's not much to this. It's miniature, which I really like. So let's make sure we got the orientation here proper. This is the bottom, and that should just drop right into place on this skid. Nice and low in the chassis, as you can see. Looks great. I like this V2 skid from Bauhaus. I think I kind of think I'll be getting my own because that's really tight. That looks great. Really impressive. All right, a couple 10 mils here. 4 to be exact, 2 couples. And I haven't decided on motor ESC yet. I'm leaning towards the Fusion with everything all in one there, but I'm not totally done with that decision yet, so we're not gonna probably do any electronics installation today. Man, that just goes into that material so well. Yes, Bauhaus does have a nice battery tray for this as well. Also a really good piece. That looks to be like, yes, and I bet you, because it's a narrower, shorter skid, you're not supposed to use a 10 mil on that. You're probably supposed to use an 8 mil, which I believe they've included. Yes. Not stainless, though. That's okay. We can get away with that. There we go. And then one 10 mil on the bottom, which they've also replaced because this one is a, whatchamacallit? Not a button head, cap head? Is that right? No, not a cap head. You know, countersunk. Where'd that go? I had it here a second ago, and then I did something with it. No. Shoot. Shucks, darn. Now I have to dig around for one. Hang on. 10 mil. Yeah, that'll work. Ooh, good question. Any folks from Iceland here? All right. Look at that flat skid. Love it. Under the driver? No. Under those drivers? No. There it is. Good one, Brandon. I owe you a Coke. Amazing. Anyway, there's our transmission installed. Now on to the electronics bag. Oh, shoot. Guys, you're supposed to tell me when we're installing performance parts. You know what? We can probably still put those on somehow. Where do those go? Outer portal housing. We'll figure that out in a minute. You're all doing a very bad job of reminding me of things. Okay, so let's skip over the motor and motor plate installation because we're not putting a motor in yet. Or should we just do it? Should I just put the fusion in there and just be done? Thanks, Joe. So helpful. All right, into the bag of electronics. Let's just put the fusion in there. Why not? We didn't tell you about those because brass is trash. You make a fine point, Evan. All right, let's just put this motor in here then. Come on. Stop fiddling around. We're putting the fusion in. What do we need out of here? We need this. This is great. This means I don't have to install an ESC. It's already in there. It says right on here, fuck technology. Demonetization. All right. What do they include here? What is this? 17? Yes, 17 tooth pinion. And we're going to put that on this. They say the pinion gear should be 1.5 millimeters from the end of the motor shaft. So let's do that. Let's see how close I can get that to being right. Who here Loctites their motor pinions? Anybody? This is the 1800 kV 540 can Hobby Wing Fusion, which is a motor and ESC all in one. So all you guys put Loctite on your motors, eh? I don't do it either. And I don't know why, but I've never had a problem with it. Davey, I just told everybody. All right. 3x8. Whoa, darn it! This has to go on first. 3 squares. That seems pretty tight to that end of the motor. I don't think it's going to be there. I have a feeling that this output shaft is shorter than most. Red Loctite, eh? Well, you know what? Here's the grub screw in the stainless kit, and it does have Loctite on it. So you know what? For this build, because it's not mine, we're gonna do it right. We're gonna do what the computer manual man says. There we go. And with this motor, or with this thingy, get these cap screws here, 3x8, 3x8. That's the bigger one. It goes in C. A, B, C. Now let's make sure we orient this so the motor wires are towards the top and front. This is the Hobby Wing Fusion. A, B, C. It is an all-in-one solution. Joe, I would be concerned. Just saying. All right, and then this drops right into, if you can see that, that's better. Drops right in here like this. And of course, their diagram is terrible. This does have to go in the other way. Just like I thought. I was like, this doesn't seem right. Are you going to do soldering or going to keep that Dean's plug? I put the Dean's plug on there. It came with something else. Anyway, that's perfect. Motor wires are in a good spot. The mesh is perfect too because it sets based on the pinion size with those holes. Impossible to screw it up. And then this, come on, should key in quite easily. The amount of changes I had to make to that motor cover when I did the TRX-6, oh man, that was something else. There was basically none of this remaining, just enough to make it fit. I run anything from 3S to 4S. Yes, and XT60s are great. I'm not disparaging XT60. It's just I have more Dean's batteries than I have XT60s. So that's why there's more Deans. But I am slowly switching over to XT60. Because they're excellent. I love XT60s. And then XT90s for super high amps. All right. Motor in nice and low. It feels a lot lower than I remember. Receiver box. Doing all the fun parts today. Which I believe goes on this side still. Thusly. 3x6. Why does it have Loctite on it? It's weird. It's a weird choice. Don't question it, just do it. Servo choice I haven't made yet, so that we'll save for another day. Any thoughts on what servo I should include? Maybe like a Reef's 555, maybe? 444, that would be a good servo to include. I'm going to the full limit here. I'm doing all the little bits. They're supposed to go on this thing. Get it all prepped for someone. Put the little silicone gasket in there. IC5s and IC3s, I use those too because I have a lot of the Spectrum Smart batteries, which I really, really like. I'm a sucker for the ease of use that those kind of things bring along with them and all the smart features. I like all the telemetry that's included with that as well. Cool. You know why they have this hole in the receiver box? You know why that's there in this little plug? So you can go in and I think there's like a little programming button on the Traxxas receivers. And it's just so you can get at it easily. Handy dandy. Gosh, we're almost done. This specific portion of the build. Enjoy the crawl out there, Greg, if you're still there. RC World Shop. It's 4:20 now. Figure another 69 minutes. It probably won't be that long. I would guess, if I had to wager, maybe 35, 40 minutes at the most. There isn't much more here to do, really. Two and a half by 8. I don't think I have those. Oh yeah, there. That'll do. Do. 3 by 8. 1, 2, 3. Hi Dale C. Thanks for the $2. Preferred method for painting Lexan window trim. I paint the trim on the outside. So what I do is I trim the overspray film away. And I just trace around the outside of the window frame and then inside the window frame and just peel that little thin section out and then just spray it with some PS Black. That's what I do. It's not the easiest way to do it, probably. I mean, there are probably easier ways. You can try using a brush, but I think it's the most effective way. It's the smoothest line, and I think it looks the best. So that's my suggestion. So because there's no ESC, we won't need to install any ESC stuff here. Just sort of doing all of this, even though I won't be including a receiver or a radio or anything. Just nice to have all this done in advance. Battery box needs to be assembled. They really do make this kit pretty easy to put together. Like, they do a good job. Do you drive them all the way in with the Dewalt? Yeah. It's got an adjustable clutch, so it's pretty hard to it's impossible to strip anything. The clutch gives out before it starts to break anything. And where's that big screw for that? Maybe they don't include that either. No, stainless kit does not include this screw for the battery tray. But that's okay. What controller system do you recommend for this build? Controller like ESC? Well, the ESC is included on the Hobbywing Fusion. So there is no traditional separate ESC. It's all part of the actual motor unit, which is pretty unique. The motor goes to about there, and then the rest of this is ESC. So, like, it's a pretty cool little system. Pretty cool. Guy and a Moose, I like stainless because it's stainless and it won't rust. Black oxide, I find, rusts pretty much instantly around here anyway. So not having that problem is a bonus for me. How do they want this to go in after you've done all this assembling? Auto-magically. Because the moment you put... This is dumb. The moment you put that in, it does make it pretty difficult to get it on there. So we just remove this briefly. Should make it easier to get in. That's what she said. Come on. I'll let Josh take care of the answer on that one, Chris. But yes, I would wager that he is going to finish it. John, you're so welcome. I'm always happy to help. There's a strong likelihood that the person, somebody watching right now, is going to win. I think that's a logical assumption to make. You know what though, Guy and a Moose, I hear you on the softness for sure. That's not something I would argue on you with. But so far, I've had really good luck with this kit. Maybe it just depends on the stainless hardware you're getting. And then we need, where are those two 10 mil ones? Oh, I would say, Travis, the odds are probably going to go way up from there. I'm just assuming that if you're watching this build, there's a strong likelihood you're going to enter the competition as well. These need to be countersunk. Nice try, Traxxas. There they are. I knew they were here somewhere. Are those stainless steel screws that won't rust? That's what stainless means. And yes, I don't disagree with you there, Blue Dooley. Mainly for dress up. All right, check your assembly carefully. Looks pretty good. All right, we're building shocks. And when I say building, we're filling them with oil. Or should I actually, you know what? I should leave them dry because this isn't my truck. I'm going to leave them dry. That way they won't leak over time. And you won't have any problems, you know, with messiness when you get them. So let's just leave them dry. My beer, thank you very much. Smoking. Oh. Yes. I wonder what kind of chips Rebecca got me. Yes. I'm going... Sardine oil. Yeah. I guess that's the other option, is I could just fill them with something entirely not appropriate for RC. Mineral oil. Although that's probably what is in most shock oils. But yeah, no, I'm going to leave them. I'm going to leave them dry. That way, when you get the truck, you can decide what you want to do. I also prefer 60 weight these days. But that's just me. There are 2 different spring rates included in this, which is news to me. I don't think they used to do that. Is that new? Huh. Orange stripe are the rear shocks, which are a bit firmer. Amazing. I don't remember them doing that. What transmitters are compatible with diffusion? Any transmitter. Any transmitter at all. It's not dependent on anything special or fancy. I've used my Futaba. I've used my Spectrum radios. They all work. There's nothing different about them. Thanks, Peter. Much appreciated. Emmons Racing, thanks for the $2. Very much appreciated. Yeah, it is completely independent of your transmitter. That's just your receiver plugs into this just as it normally would an ESC. There's a regular everyday three-wire JST, and that plugs into your receiver, and you just set your endpoints and adjustments on your radio, and you're good to go. All right, so white shocks up front. No oil, because I am looking out for you. I could include it, I guess. We might need those. We don't need any of this or this. I'll include the metal servo horn as well, of course, because that is a nice inclusion in the sport kit over the sport, or I think any of the Traxxas RTRs, if I'm honest. Okay, now we're getting on to links, so I'm going to put the chassis over here for now. And actually, before we do the links, let's figure out these weights. The details on the giveaway have not been decided yet. I've mentioned that a couple of times. I'm sorry if you're just checking in now. But what we're going to do with that is we're going to get the truck built and finished, and then we're going to figure out the best way to organize that giveaway. But rest assured, I will make sure everyone knows all about it when it goes live. How do these work? No? Oh, they go on the back. Is that how they do it? That can't be. Go up there? No. He who sends the best beer. Is that how they go on? Behind the thingy? That can't be right. I don't see how this works. No, it'll be like a web-based giveaway. I need to find out how to install these. This is not super obvious. Oh, well, that's a bummer. These require a aluminum outer, which I don't think I have in front of me anywhere. Huh? Maybe I do. Hang on. Let me look. I've got a lot of other pieces, but I don't think I have those. Nope. Huh. Okay, well, that's not a big deal. I will buy them. I'll buy them. And we'll put those on before we give it away. So, don't let me forget. But I'm just going to put them on the front when I do that. All right, on to links, and then we're close to being done, which is pretty spectacular. Alex, don't get me started on keyboards, man. You know I love me a good mechanical keyboard. That was the Keychron K2, which is just an 87, like a TKL, which I was going to use for the RCPC. But I got the ducky one instead, and I like that one a lot more. Drop Alt. I'll have to look that one up. That I'm not familiar with. All right. Drag link, just in case, in all the manual diagrams here, they all are to scale, which is really helpful. 3x15, eh? right. Then we put the shocks on the back. Where are the fronts? Fronts are the white stripe. The white stripes. Three by 27. We need long screws. There they are. This goes here. No, this goes on the outside. And then your front lower goes on the inside of the link mount. We could nerd out about computer stuff all day long. I feel like my computer knowledge has increased like 3,000-fold since I started getting into PCs. And I'm so happy about that. I'm really, really, really fortunate that that whole thing with EVGA happened, and they're so very nice to me and answer all my questions and help me out with my builds, and I'm getting a real kick out of PC building. I feel like it's going to become my other hobby. Like, I would build PCs for people, for my friends. I know, Jacob, but where's the fun in these links? They're all done already. You don't even have to do anything. They're pre-assembled out of the bag. It takes all the fun out of it. In the best way possible, though, because link building is such a pain. I hate it. But I also appreciate it because it's like a rite of passage. You got to do it sometimes. This, I presume, goes on like this. Yep. 3 by 23, which is that. And this goes through here. Oops, is that the panhard? Yes. Come on, man. Need to build a PC with an RC inside of it. Interesting idea. Instead of a RC with a PC inside of it, do the opposite. See, wheel construction, who said that? Sean, I love building wheels, but I hate building links. Totally different. Oh, I did it wrong again. The front upper link is very similar to the steering drag link. Off by a few millimeters. And it is important that you get it right. Alright. Done. Front upper goes up here. And we need a 3 by 15 again. We're going to be done very soon, people. And this is our panhard, which goes on the front here with another 15 mil. Oh, Jason Johnson. There's lots of really great upgrades for the SCX24 already. I just saw the Yeah Racing put together like an entire upgrade kit. So rather than buying everything separate, you can buy all their brass and steel parts all in one go, which I would consider buying without question. It seems like it's pretty decent value, and would be one of those things that could be quite valuable in doing. Hey, Moose Jaw, I will do that. Thanks very much for the $5. I will most definitely grab myself a coffee this week. Thank you very much. And the great thing about when I get US dollars is it's more like I just got more money. Yes, I'll have a coffee and I'll think of you. Front upper gets a 23 mil. This is all coming together quite nicely, if I do say so myself. That front upper goes right there. Timmy's. No, I'm more of... There's a couple of local places around that I really like. One of them is called Wallace Espresso. And that guy, Handsome Dan, does a good coffee there. So that's where I will go, because it's right around the corner from the house. Now you're probably all Googling it, so you know where I live. Egestad, this is the Dewalt 8-volt gyroscopic handheld. And one thing I haven't shown you, actually, is that you can turn it that way. So if you want like a nice long drill for poking people in the eye, you can use it like that. Jaron plays, I'm using the Hobbywing Fusion, which is a combination ESC and brushless censored motor. 1800 kilovolts. All right, where am I at here? Front lowers. I need another 15 mil. Yeah, I feel like I've got 3 PCs. Well, if you include the RC-PC, I have 3 PCs, which is a lot. Might be too many, really. This lower skid, wow, what a difference maker this is. It is really, really nice. It's a great piece. I'm quite impressed. Is the bit holder included? The bit holder is part of it, yes. Yeah, you know, you have to find the right tips. That I'll leave up to you. But once you find them, and get yourself a set of good tips, like I'm using the Traxxas ones, which I really enjoy using. Oh, that's a cool design too. He's tapered it. The guys at Bauhaus tapered the outside edge of the link mount, or where you would input the link, so you can just slide it right into place. Tell me that's not amazing. Yes. Yes. And then shacks need the 23 mil as well. I have 3. Like, how many RCs do I have? Oof, that's a harder question to answer. I have a lot, but the collection changes quite frequently. So, like, I might have a lot right now. I might have more later. It kind of changes based on a lot of different factors, really. But in this room alone, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Oh boy. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. And then there's at least 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 right now. Yikes. That is a lot. And they're all in running condition too, I might add. Except for one of them. All right, front axle is installed and looking sharp. Looks pretty good. Let's do the rear. Put our shocks on here. Need a long 27 mils. We've got 8, and your wife says that's too many. Well, like I said, a lot of these, it fluctuates, right? A lot go in, a lot go out. I was actually looking to unload the G-Made truck because as much as I did like it, I just don't have any space for another truck. And I'm also trying to limit my Lexan exposure for 2021. Yeah, it's just sort of like, I'd like to sort of get back into some serious hard body construction for a while. And I mean, it's a great chassis. I was really impressed with the quality and what you got for the money, so that might be on the chopping block. Steven, they're not, I don't think I'd spend $2,000 on each one. That sounds unlikely high. I'm not saying they're cheap by any means, but it's not like they're all rippers. There's only one ripper. Sometimes it doesn't, like 27 mil, that's harder for me to judge straight away. But that's 27 mils. All right, upper links should be splayed. How do these have to go? That way. That gets a 30. That's why, okay. Okay, here's a better question. Instead of how many you have, what's your favorite? Because that, in my book, counts for a lot more. It's not the quantity, it's the quality. So what's your favorite? Hi, Walter. Calm down. Yes, there is definitely plans to finish the Trekker. It's after the 6x6 Cherokee. I think that's the plan, is to finish the Trekker. I know that one that's been sitting around a long time and needs not very much to get done. I would like to do an interior of some description for that one. But I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Make more noise. Loud noises. Uppers get 27, rear lowers get 15. I'm short on 15s. Oh, it's more money rolling in here. Jay Kimbo, thanks for the £5. Keep up the great content. My next build is going to be an SCX-10-2 with a Range Rover body, 2-speed or brushless. For Range Rover, I'd say brushless. I'm not a big fan of 2-speeds. I never really have been. I don't see the value in it, especially with how most really good brushless motors give you plenty of top and bottom end nowadays. So I would say stick with brushless. Don't bother with a 2-speed. Yeah. Sorry, just calculating the link positions here. Which one next? Rift, Bomber, or SCX-10-3? Are you asking for you or for me? 'Cause my answers are different. No, Steven, this is just a regular sport. No locking or unlocking. I like the simplicity of a sport much more than the regular one. Never was a fan. These need 25. I think is this one. 27, 23, 23. Oh, man. Yes, Smoking, you can give me a different one. Or another beer? Sure. It's very nice of you. I'll tell you what, guys. We're getting there. That screw's not long enough. These need to be 27s. Oh, my back. Skip the rift until they fix the defects. What defects did you find there, Ian? I'm curious. Josh didn't break an axle housing. Not that I know of, anyway. He only broke a rear trailing arm, and he only bent it. It wasn't broken. I could be wrong, though. Maybe Josh is still watching and he can tell us. I do like the idea of the Rift. I just don't know if I would get a lot of use out of it. I'd love to see a kit. So I kind of hope they do a kit soon. Because I feel like that's sort of where my head would be. And to be oh yeah, that's right. It was Greg that broke the housing. And to be fair, he's in a cold place just like me, so it could have just been from sending it in somewhere that was a bit cold. This winter is a killer on plastics. If it were summer, it would probably be fine. Josh did as well. Okay, fair enough. I stand corrected. More than happy to admit when I am wrong. Okay, front and rear links all done. Axles are on. Sitting pretty. What's next? Drive shafts. And then I think that's it. Then it's all just like bumpers and mounts and stuff, which we may or may not do yet because we're not putting the body on. Found it near the end of a build. Cracked through the short axle end. Okay, fair enough. Of course, we all know how Josh drives, though. Yes, Steven, it is the Fusion with All right, let's build some drive shafts. And then we're almost done, guys. 4:58, so it's been 3 hours almost. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Am I going to include the stock tires? No. Stock tires are not included. I've already used them for something else. Sorry. I do. I just like to say fa. I can't help myself. It's just such a fun word to say. If I didn't have my YouTube channel, would I still have as many RCs as I do now? Probably. Yeah. I never really built this channel for anything other than my own entertainment. I love editing because that's what I do for my day job. So I just kind of make the videos for fun. And I still do. I still just kind of make them for fun. It's so much fun. I love this as a hobby. And yeah, I'll just continue to do it. Probably not going to get into vaping, Phil, but thanks for the suggestion. I'd like to see a 3300 kV. Fuck. That would be right in the sweet kind of point for me, anyway. These are tiny little bits. Hi, RC Kicks. Thanks for watching. Alex, yes, that's a good point. I probably would have more scratch-built stuff than I would stuff that was sent. Now here's another little thing that I'm just noticing. I wonder if, were these always keyed? Because you can see, I don't know if you can, but there's a little line between each of the drive shafts, so you know when they're in phase. They always have that? Let me know in the comments. Curtis, I haven't decided yet how to do the giveaway, so don't worry, you haven't missed anything yet. This was literally just to build the kit to get started, to kind of motivate me to get the rest of the thing done. And once that's all finished, I'll sort of make a proper announcement and do a full video and show off the truck in its completed form and everything. So yeah, there'll be a lot more to do with this. That's a pretty cool feature then. So that's something new that they've added since the last kit that I built. I don't know why. Okay, so here's the thing. I see a lot of people make comments about the body and weight and all of these things affecting the potential performance of like a truck like this. I don't really think it's a big issue, if I'm honest. These trail trucks, like, I don't know what people are doing with them, but like if you're comping, cool, great, but you're not using a TRX-4 Sport. I mean, you probably aren't. So the weight of that body isn't going to be as big a factor, I guess. That's just a personal sort of like observation. If you're really like keen on performance, then you're probably going to be starting with something that isn't this, as an example. That's just sort of like, I mean, you can do whatever, anybody can do whatever they want. It's not like I'm saying don't get this. But yeah, and of course, because I'm sort of like a scale goofball, I definitely prefer looks over performance. But there is a nice balance. Like, I think, as an example, I think the truck that I built for Scale Nats, the Jelly Bean, that sort of has a little bit of both. It's a Vanquish VS410, so the motor positioning is amazing. Oh, so smooth! That's great. It's almost too smooth. I may have done something wrong in that transmission. Yes. Mistakes are important to make. How the heck are you supposed to get that pinion on there? They just show it going on. Just put it on. I think this skid prevents you from doing it. Yeah, you do probably have to program the motor to run backwards, but it's not a big deal to do that. It's pretty easy. I fear I have done something wrong in this transmission. Maybe not, though. Yeah, you can just go into the like the programming card and reverse the motor. No problem. Easy peasy. So for some reason, my front drive shaft spins freely without engaging the motor, but the back one doesn't. So there's something that I've done improperly in the transmission. Probably didn't put a locker in somewhere or something. Not a big deal. I can fix that later. But there's the basic assembly. Let's get the wheels and tires on. See if those wheels and tires fit over the portal. They may not. They may actually just not fit. All right, that's fine. We'll have to upgrade to something else. I mean, they sort of go on. Tear it all the way back down. This is going to turn into a teardown video next. It's going to be a roller here in a second. I promise. A sort of roller. Because these wheels don't fit over the portal in the front. So we'll have to find an alternative solution. But not to worry. I don't mind spending the money to get an even better option for the giveaway. It's so close though. Like it just rubs a little tiny bit. Just a smidgen. Fits on the back just fine though. Yes, I've somehow made it two-wheel drive only. Not sure how I did that. Yeah, I mean, I have a set of portal deletes here from SSD, so it's something we could do. No, I'm not going to ruin it already. You know what? It just... I think we can get away with it. I think we can get away with it. I think it's okay in terms of there's no rubbing on the portal box, so we should be okay there. Robert, yes, I have a Gatekeeper RTR. They sent me one of those. All right. So why are you freewheeling? Freewheeling. Anyway, there is the chassis all done. Let me tilt this up a little bit so we can get a better look at it. All finished. I like that I did the inner fenders. I think that was a good choice. Yeah, I can get a slightly larger wheel hex on the back because it's basically, isn't it just an SLW pattern? Is it rubbing the bolt heads that hold the portal half on? No. It's not. It's just touching the plastic. Just a little tiny bit. You could probably shave the plastic and then we would be fine. But I think that looks pretty good. That was pretty easy to do. So, there you go. Now what? Now we clean up. So what's left? What's left? We have to do a servo. We have to choose a body. We have to maybe adjust the offset on the wheels and tires. We have to figure out why it's two-wheel drive only. This is the RC four-wheel drive BF Goodrich KO2 in the 4.75 1.9 size with SSD. I think these are the Assassins. Toad Daddy, you missed the doggo. He was already here. Lights, yeah, definitely. I'm using the Traxxas bits on my Dewalt, which are good. Oh yeah, have a sip of my beer. How's the drag brake on this? Fuck, pretty good. It's got a good drag brake. Lots of adjustment. Robert, I'm thinking of using a Vanquish VS410 body. I don't know if it, I think the chassis rails are a bit long for it though, and also the body mounts are in a totally different place, so we'd have to figure that out as well. But I think it's got potential. I'm not going to use this body. This is my own personal Vanquish body that I painted myself. But I think we could come up with something that might work nicely on there. I'm going to give it some thought. Maybe we'll do something even different. I'm not sure yet. But yeah. Overall, that was a build. We got a whole build done in just over 3 hours. And this is definitely a lot more challenging than the SMT-10 was. Certainly more bits and pieces, but really nicely laid out. They did a great job on this chassis. I'm pretty pleased. I like this one a lot more than I like the full Traxxas TRX-4 with all the locking and unlocking stuff. This one's much easier to work on. And yeah, so we'll choose a servo. I should make a list, actually. We'll choose a servo. We'll choose, we'll choose a servo. We'll figure out why it's two-wheel drive only, because that's certainly a thing that should be fixed. We'll probably test it a little bit. We'll get a body done. We'll do a light kit. What else? What else would you like to see on this giveaway that maybe hasn't been done yet? Yes, Alex, agreed. Gimmick Fest is a good word for it. Let's see how it flexes on this rock. This fake rock that I have here looks pretty good. Reefs 444 sounds like a good solution. I'm not going to do... I don't think I'm going to do a traditional Traxxas body. Oh, one of the other things I was considering... I've got that super scale, body kind of movement stuff kit. I'm putting that on my own TRX-4 Sport. That's going to get a new body. I think I'm going to do that black blazer that they offer. Is it a blazer? Yeah. So maybe that TRD body goes on this one. Let's see how it looks. I've got it right here. Now that could be a thing, huh? That could definitely be a thing. Yeah, maybe put the bumpers on and do the sliders and everything. That could be a thing. I do like this paint job. I was always pretty impressed with it. So maybe we do that. Maybe this thing is closer to being done than I thought. I initially, I thought maybe a Vanquish VS410 body would look good on there, and I think it still would. But this definitely looks good too, especially with this wheel and tire combo. That just looks pretty awesome. Yeah, maybe this is how we go. Maybe I'll put up another poll. I'll put up another poll on the YouTube channel here, and we'll talk about that possibility. Regardless, though, thank you for hanging out and watching this whole thing. This was definitely a lot of fun. It was pretty amazing. Oh, maybe you're right. No, I think I did both grub screws. Yep, both grub screws are in. So it's not that. It's something on the actual output of the trans. I'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. Take me like 5 minutes to tear that back down. But there you go. That's the whole thing. This is going to be a fun one. Stay tuned for the actual giveaway details, which will be coming soon. If you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And ring that notification bell so you get updates anytime there's a new video from the Scale Builders Guild. I'll be back Tuesday night for Lightroom Live. I've got a lot of photos to get through. That show's going really well. I forgot a set pin in the transfer case. All right, that's a good place to start. Thanks, William. I will definitely check that. All the giveaway details will be posted ASAP. It'll probably be closer to the 50K mark, so maybe another couple months or less if you get your friends to subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. Very much appreciated. Let's go through some viewer activity here, which there was a ton of. Dale C., Stabby Josh, Mr. HS, Crawling Finn, Dale C. again, Isaac Jarrett, Dave Assay, Quack RC, Hound Stuff, Highway to Hell, Roy Falker, Luke Hedges, RC Fun Every Day, Chris Boden, Ray C., Plukenstein RC and Model, RC Fun Every Day, Dale C., Emmons Racing, Moose Jaw RC, and Jay Kimbo. Thank you very much, everybody, for your very kind donations. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy Josh's 3D printing STL Sundays. He's going to be making some of those jack trucks so you can move pallets around. And Matthew Jorgensen, thanks for slipping in another $5 there. Much appreciated. Thank you, sir, for another awesome video. My absolute pleasure. This is the stock body. I've just done a very custom paint job on it, and this could be the one that I decide to give away. I haven't quite decided what route I'm going to go with it yet, but stay tuned for more info on the giveaway. I will keep you posted. Have a great rest of the weekend. See you Tuesday night, and then again Wednesday night too. Take care.